squads are announced for all the teams. Got some news coming in today that two of the premier fast bowlers, one for Pakistan, one for India, Jasprit Bumrah and Shah Afridi, injured. So, Vishak, what do you think the contest of India-Pakistan? Are you as excited as you were last year or in the T20 World Cup, or what are you expecting from India-Pakistan encounter?
India-Pakistan encounter, like always, is exciting. Now that these two teams no longer play bilateral series or anything, they only clash in these big tournaments. So there's always a little bit of excitement. It's almost if when they like even Ponting touted this is just next to the Ashes. That's how big it is. Because for these two teams, it's just not a game; it's a matter of pride as well. So they will want to like win each and they will want to win and show who is the best among the Asian teams here. So this definitely creates a lot of excitement. Anytime India and Pakistan clash, it's going to be a huge clash. And I agree with Ponting and what he said. It is a really big clash for both the countries, and I also agree with his prediction. He is expecting India to come on top. So I think we have a better team. We have a better balanced team. It's just that one thing we would want is Kohli to score some runs and get his form back. That is the only thing which is missing. Otherwise, I think we have a very good squad. And coming back to Bumrah, I think Bumrah was announced when the India squad was announced a couple of weeks back itself. I think he had a back injury and that is why he's not been selected. But Shah Afridi's news has suddenly come up. I think Indian top order will breathe a sigh of relief now because we have a weakness against left arm pacers. But again, we have to be a little careful. Maybe they are playing it safe because they are trying to unleash him directly at the World Cup and just trying to keep him safe here. Just doing a workload management, I guess, with Shah Afridi. More than I think that is the case here more than an injury management.
तो संजय मुझे लगा विशाख तो हमारे रेसिडेंट बॉर्डर प्लेयर एक्सपर्ट है, ये तो वकार यूनिस निकले, ये तो बोल रहे शाह अफरीदी से रिलीफ फॉर इंडियन टॉप ऑर्डर बैट्समैन. तो आपका क्या ख्याल है? फर्स्टली लेट्स गो टू द इंडियन स्क्वाड. Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli back into mix, Suryakumar, Yadav, Rishabh, Pant, Deepak, Hooda, Dinesh, Karthik, Hardik, Pandya, Ravindra, Jadeja, Ashwin, Chahal, Bishnoi, Kumar, Arshdeep, Singh, Avish Khan, or standby mein Shreyas Iyer, Aksar or Deepak Chahal. Any surprises in the India squad, Sanjay?
So again, this is my personal opinion. I think Dinesh Karthik is slightly surprising to me because I can't see him making it to the first 11. So that's one surprise. Shreyas Iyer, you've backed him so much. Not surprising that he's in the backup squad. Baki आप fast bowler में obvious one is Mohammad Shami. The reports are, and again there's no official statement etc. that they are looking past him. Considering that Bumrah is not there, he would have been an ideal, bowler in these conditions. Arshdeep again, काफी कम matches उन्होंने खेले हैं, very promising. If I was to compare, this is a selection similar to Varun Chakravarti's, although Varun Chakravarti had injury issues, etc. But again, on the back of few performances, although he's had reasonably well IPLs in the last 2 years, but not necessarily helping the team progress that much into the knockouts, etc. So I think overall, even Ashwin to me personally is a bit surprising. I don't know what we are going to get, playing him in Asia Cup. So, and the other thing which I disagree with Vishak is that I don't think India has got a better all-round team than Pakistan. I think Pakistan's got much more depth in their batting and bowling. Although I fully agree with Vishak, Shah Afridi के ना होने से इंडिया के जीतने के chances काफी बढ़ जाते हैं. ICC वर्ल्ड कप में आपने देखा जो उन्होंने ऊपर से 2-3 विकेट ले लिए, उधर ही मैच खत्म हो गया unless someone was to play a blind.
About one more thing, I'm surprised if you look at the squad. There are only 3 pacers they've gone up. If even one of them gets injured, you just have Deepak Chahar as standby. You are saying that this is a squad which you are going to give more and more chances until the World Cup. Then you should be picking the squad which should go to the World Cup, and you should be picking more pacers than picking more spinners. There are 4 spinners in this squad. I don't see all this 4 going to Australia. So maybe they should have picked some more pacers. I agree that Bumrah is definitely going to come back. Maybe Harshal Patel may also come back. So that makes it 5 pacers. If you are going to pick 4 to 5 pacers for Australia, you have to see who can replace them and try to play those players here rather than going for spinners. And again, we are playing in UAE. We know how the conditions have been in UAE, right? Last year when the World Cup happened, the chasing teams almost have 0 chances of winning. So there's no point in carrying so many spinners if you're going to bowl second. If it would have been a balanced squad, we could have carried more paces than spinners.
और शमी का डिस्कशन टॉपिक काफी इंटरेस्टिंग है. यस, इनिशियली मैंने भी ऐसे रिएक्ट किया था संजय की I do not understand why Shami is not in contention of white ball cricket. उनके पास hat-tricks हैं 50 over games में और काफी strike bowler है. But मैंने देखा काफी articles लिखे हैं जो analysts हैं हमारे, उन लोग का ये कहना है कि economy of Shami in the white ball cricket is 8+ runs in the over. So I think that probably is the biggest driver of not considering Shami in the long run. From a Bumrah point of view, Vishak, you're absolutely right. From pace battery, we look slightly weak, but Sanjay's favorite Hardik Pandya is going to bowl as well. So we have that fourth option. I think he's promisingly showing the signs that he's continuing to be fit. You have Hardik, you have Bhuvi, Arshdeep, Singh and Avish Khan. I know, Vishak, what your sentiments about Avish Khan are?
Avish Khan, I'm not confident. I don't think he will even go to the World Cup. I would rather back Deepak Chahal to go into the World Cup because he can bowl the depth. Deepak Chahal is someone who can bowl the depth as well. And initially, if you give him 3 overs, he can be devastating with the new ball. And he has proven that time and again with franchise cricket and as well as with the Indian team as well. So I think Deepak Chahal stands a better chance. And with the Bumrah and Harshal Patel coming in, I think this will be the 5 paces who might go to the World Cup. You should not be doing the mistake which we did last time. You should be picking Yuzvendra Chahal for sure. He should be a primary spinner. I'm not sure about Jadeja and Ashwin. Jadeja is kind of a liability in T20 cricket to me. And Ashwin, I know his class apart in tests, but not convinced about his T20 skills. Ravi Bishnoi, I think he needs to be backed because he's an upcoming leg spinner. A leg spinner is always a good attacking option in any format of the game. So Ravi Bishnoi might be a good thing, but Ravi Jadeja and Ashwin, those are the 2 things which I'm a little skeptical about. Hardik Pandya should be your 6th bowling option, not your 5th bowling option whenever you pick your 11. So you need to have 4 proper bowlers. Your 5th one should be your number. The player who is batting at number 7 should be your bowling all-rounder. Looking at the current league performances, I feel Harshal Patel is doing better than Jadeja. He's also bowling well, he's picking up wickets and is also batting well as well. So I think he should be backed more at this point of time. But Jadeja gives you that another option which we are overlooking, which is the fielding. He easily saves you around 15 to 20 runs in the field. So maybe that is the option they might go. That is the reason they might go for Jadeja ahead of Harshal Patel.
ठीक है, बढ़िया. ये तो हुआ squad review. So अभी prediction की बात करते हैं. Sanjay, what will India end up with in Asia Cup?
We'll end up winning the Asia Cup. That's my prediction.
It's India versus Pakistan finals and we're winning it.
So is this the Indian bias and our Desh Bhakti speaking, or is it because the team is strong enough across all the 6?
I think that they'll be under less pressure. By the time we reach the finals, we would have seen Pakistan enough to know their strengths, weaknesses. It won't be a one-off game. So मुझे लगता है without Shaheen Afridi, their bowling is really depleted. I think India will do well because it's not stiff competition होने नहीं वाला है, in my opinion. But I think Pakistan might not make it to the final. I think Sri Lanka might make it to the final.
Balanced side, but slightly weaker on the fast bowling department. So that's our squad review.